At the end of episode 171, just as a fierce battle erupted, the medicine elder Duok Lao exerted all his strength to single-handedly fight against two half-saints with extreme difficulty. Facing the siege, the medicine elder was severely injured. Fortunately, precisely at the moment when it seemed he was in mortal danger, Xiao Yan appeared. At this time, Xiao Yan was seen standing in midair with an icy demeanor, his sharp eyes locked onto the crowd from the Soul Hall. Conversely, the members of the Soul Hall and the Heavenly Underworld sect, sensing the Do Saint aura from Xiao Yan, were speechless with fear. As for the medicine elder and the sisters, seeing that Xiao Yan had successfully broken through, a faint smile played on the corners of their mouths. In the distance, the disciples of the Star Sect, led by Feng Zunjia, were also overjoyed to see Xiao Yan, and cheers rang out saying, "Young Master Xiao Yan has exited seclusion. We are saved." On the other side, after a moment of staring blankly, the Kotyu group snarled venomously. 2 years ago, this brat was only near the peak of Dozun. How could he have broken through the Do Saint now? Right, it was the Bodhi heart. No wonder. As he finished speaking, high above, Xiao Yan rapidly flew to the side of the heavily injured medicine elder. Looking at his master's miserable state, Xiao Yan's eyes turned terrifyingly cold. The medicine elder smiled faintly and said, "This little fellow, you finally exited seclusion. If you were any later, you would truly have been picking up the remains for this old skeleton. Master, I apologize for being late. Please leave the rest of me." With those words, Xiao Yan, holding the heavily wounded medicine elder, flew toward the distance where the group, including Xiao Ishin, was gathered. However, upon arrival, seeing that the three women before him all bore injuries, Xiao Yan's expression grew even colder. Immediately, he handed them medicinal pills to consume. Looking at Xiao Yan, Kai Lin weakly murmured, "Be careful." Hearing this, Xiao Yan nodded slightly, then slowly raised his head and turned around to face the three half-saints gathered together. After a period of silence, Xiao Yan uttered a sentence that sent chills down their spines. "The scenery in the Central Plains, Jie, is not bad. Burying your corpses here would be a fine resting place." "Xiao Yan, don't be arrogant. Do you believe I can summon my clansmen right now to deal with you?" Hearing this, Xiao Yan merely curved his lips and waved his hand. The surrounding space was instantly distorted and completely sealed off. At this point, Kotyu realized his mouth had just doomed his body. Seeing there was no retreat, Kotyu roared at the other two, "Join forces!" With that, the three simultaneously burst forth with all their Do Chi, stirring up black clouds and violent winds. With Kotyu at the center, streams of pitch-black whirlwinds radiated outwards. On the other side, a massive blood-red silhouette resembling the heavenly underworld old demon lit up. As for the three heavenly venerables, a giant claw materialized and swooped down. In an instant, 3 surges of powerful energy, containing the full might of 3 half-saints, roared toward Xiao Yan like 3 enraged dragons. Facing this all-out attack, Xiao Yan remained strangely calm. He slowly raised his hand, his voice echoing throughout the space. "At the moment of breaking through Do Saint, I gained some enlightenment. Today, I shall use the 3 of you, Usher, in a new move." With that declaration, 4 different types of heavenly flames spewed out from his palm. They quickly spun and merged, forming a giant 4-colored circle. The circle then slowly rotated, revealing a profound blackness at its center, a black purity surpassing a black hole, carrying the scent of reincarnation. The circle of fire flew out, aiming directly at the incoming attack from the 3 enemies. In midair, Xiao Yan's majestic and resounding voice proclaimed, "This move is called the Buddha's Fury Reincarnation Flame." As his words concluded, under the focused gaze of countless people, the fire lotus, like a massive flame permeated with the essence of reincarnation, crashed violently into the terrifying energy wave of the 3 Kotyu members. Where they collided, the resulting pressure was as terrifying as a collision between meteorites. However, what surprised everyone was that the imagined massive explosion never occurred. Upon contact with that flame, the 3 huge energy streams rapidly disintegrated like ice meeting fire. Beneath the swirl of fire, even space seemed on the verge of shattering. In a mere few seconds, that massive energy stream silently vanished into nothingness, disappearing from that part of the world. The massive fire lotus, like a giant flame, remained floating in the sky, moving slowly. Seeing that their attack couldn't even shake the fire vortex, the faces of the 3 Kotyu members turned disbelieving again, stammering, "What kind of Do technique is this?" As they finished speaking below, the medicine elder muttered grimly, "Creating a Do technique using heavenly flames. This little fellow truly knows how to surprise people." Kotyu's eye twitched slightly as he glanced toward Xiao Yan, who stood with his hands behind his back, coldly observing them. After this exchange, they understood they were completely outmatched by Xiao Yan. As soon as he finished speaking, Kotyu quickly turned around, transforming into a streak of light, flying toward the outside of the Central Plains. Behind him, The heavenly underworld old demon and the three heavenly venerables of the Soul Hall hurriedly gave chase. Seeing the three fleeing, the experts from the Ming-He alliance were terrified out of their wits, and all hurriedly turned tail to escape the central plains. Seeing them try to flee, Xiao Yan smirked and shouted, "Change." With that command, the giant fire vortex in the sky suddenly spewed out a black beam of light that silently pierced through the space, locking the Kotyu group inside. Within the scope of the light beam, quite a few unlucky Ming-He alliance experts were caught. They discovered with horror that their bodies were rapidly decomposing under this light. Some experts hurriedly activated their Do Chi, but as the Do Chi manifested, the fear in their eyes intensified. This was because they discovered that when their Do Chi contacted the light beam, it too slowly dissolved into nothingness. Instantly, the tragic screams of those whose bodies were weakly dissolving echoed, filled with unending terror. The bodies of the three Kotyu members were enveloped by Do Chi, their eyes filled with horror as they looked at the surrounding black light. Their Do Chi was robust, allowing them to temporarily resist. The heavenly underworld old demon muttered in a low voice, "Having reached half-saint status for so many years, this is the first time I have smelled the scent of death." Quickly, he urged, "Hurry and get out of this light beam." With that, the three unleashed their top speed, attempting to break out of the light beam. Seeing this, Xiao Yan coldly shouted, "Think you can leave?" With that, his hand clenched towards the three, and the space in that area instantly contracted, trapping the three Do saints within. At this point, the Kotyu group desperately attacked the barrier, but unfortunately, their strength was too far inferior to Xiao Yan's. Breaking the space was impossible. Terrified, the heavenly underworld old demon shouted, "Xiao Yan, spare me!" In the future, the heavenly underworld sect will be a vassal of the star sect. Xiao Yan's face remained indifferent as usual. He slowly shook his head and said, "I already told you, the central plains is a fine place to be buried." Seeing that surrender was useless, the heavenly underworld old demon's eyes turned bloodshot. A black hole appeared on his chest, spewing out streams of light. Simultaneously, he roared, "Little brat, I'll fight you to the death." Saying this, the heavenly underworld old demon's eyes turned bloodshot. Countless specks of crimson erupted from his pores, and his body rapidly swelled. Seeing this, Kotyu's expression instantly changed. He hurriedly retreated with the three heavenly venerables to hide, knowing that the old demon intended to self-detonate. In the distance, before fearful eyes, the heavenly underworld old demon's body rapidly expanded. In just a short while, it exploded like a bomb, and a terrifying energy storm burst forth, shattering the solidified space into pieces. Xiao Yan coldly watched the spreading colossal energy. His hand seal suddenly changed, and the fire vortex erupted with an incredible suction force, directly swallowing all the energy storm, preventing it from destroying the barrier he had created. However, a self-detonating Do Saint was enough to crack a section of the barrier, allowing Kotyu and the three heavenly venerables to fly out. Seeing this, Xiao Yan's eyes turned frosty. He instantly teleported before the two, his two hands gently delivering a palm strike, while shouting, "Stop right there!" Seeing the palm print rapidly approaching, Kotyu turned, then violently dragged the three heavenly venerables forward to block the attack. Xiao Yan's palm strike lightly hit the body of the three heavenly venerables, causing him to scream in bone-chilling pain. Tick-tock, flames erupted from his body like a volcanic eruption. Under such terrifying heat, the body of the three heavenly venerables instantly turned to ash. Seeing the horror of Xiao Yan's single palm strike, Kotyu felt a chill from head to toe and mumbled fearfully, "Nurturing a tiger to cause future trouble. If I had known this day would come, I would have eliminated this brat back then." As he finished speaking, Xiao Yan's figure flashed, appearing before Kotyu, and he delivered another palm strike, saying, "You go with him." The moment his words ended was the moment his palm was about to touch Kotyu's body. However, just as his hand was about to strike Kotyu's body, the space beside him suddenly vibrated. A withered arm, looking like mere skin and bone, quickly shot out from the space. When that dark arm appeared, Xiao Yan's pupils instantly contracted in shock as he said, "A Do Saint from the Soul Clan, have you finally shown yourself?" With that, two attacks directly clashed, and the space exploded with a booming sound, releasing terrifying kinetic energy outwards. In midair, two powerful energy streams vied against each other, scattering countless terrifying energy streams around. A moment later, the black arm suddenly pushed forward forcefully, repelling the flames. The void space rapidly expanded, and a force of attraction instantly sucked Kotyu inside. Seeing this, Xiao Yan shouted, "Still trying to run?" With that, he lunged forward, his fingers flicking several times with lightning speed onto Kotyu's body. The skin in those spots instantly burst open. Under Xiao Yan's finishing move, a cold, ancient shout echoed within the void space. "Junior, you dare to press your advantage." Simultaneously, the mysterious Do Saint continued to thrust out another pitch-black, withered arm, colliding fiercely with one of Xiao Yan's finger strikes. Boom! From the point of impact, a terrifying energy storm erupted. In just a second, over 100 zhong of the surrounding void space directly collapsed. Afterward, Xiao Yan retreated a few steps, coldly looking into the distance. At the same time, a voice echoed from the void. Junior, don't be too pleased with yourself. If you want to save your father Xiao Zhan, come to the soul world. I'll be waiting for you. After saying that, the old figure took Kotyu and left, and the space slowly closed. Xiao Yan stared at the still half-open void and replied coldly, Rest assured, I will come sooner or later. This concludes episode 172, and what exciting events await in episode 173. Follow the YouTube channel 1991 review to find out more details. Everyone, goodbye and see you next time.